So, in researching for filming today, I ran across a website that talked about what percentage of each country's population is taking prescription drugs. It's super interesting. So, in the United States, 66% of the adult population is on one or more prescription medications. That's a lot of people taking prescription drugs. And to compare, in the UK, 26%, or it says more than 26%, so less than 27% of adults in the UK take prescription medications. That is so different. I think some of it is the way meds are, pushed here, as the solution for everything. I'm old enough to remember when pharmaceutical companies were able to start advertising direct to the consumer. It's so funny because they took cigarette ads off and then put drug ads on. So if you think about it, it's like, well, what's more toxic than that? But the whole ask your doctor about fill in the blank medication didn't used to exist. And so we've just become a country where we just don't want to take a look at what's causing something to happen. It's just, well, give me a pill for that and then I'm okay. And I'm telling you, I work with people, they come in, they want to make some changes in their lives, and they're on medications that they've been on for 20 and 30 years and more, when there are simple lifestyle fixes that could help them with so many of their problems. But part of the challenge is that these things become normal in our environment. And so the more we see it and the more it's just, well, everybody does this, the less shocked we are by it. But even young kids, ADD meds, I remember when those began to ramp up. So part of my purpose in doing these videos is just to bring things to people's attention, things that maybe you've become a bit dull to or numb to, and just kind of say, hey, let's take a new look at this. And what is this actually doing to us long term? And how can we make some changes so we can actually enjoy our lives better? Because I'm telling you, when you are dulled out by prescription drugs for, anxiety and depression and sleep, there's a dullness that comes with that. Life is so much better when you're experiencing it and not just kind of moving through it halfway numb. I remember back in the mid 1990s when I went to work in a medical facility. I was the token naturopath and I was with a lot of medical doctors. And at that time, there were clinics who were trying to promote integrative health. It was a great idea. It didn't pan out to work super well because we had to learn to speak each other's language. But anyway, what I really observed when I was there, because I had a lot of MDs that were referring me, clients to tag in, and add my holistic part, is how many people ended up on multiple medications, each one to treat a side effect of a previous medication. So you start on one and then you start having headaches. Now you're on a headache med. Now you start having gastrointestinal problems, and now you're on an acid reflux med, and it blew my mind. I had not been exposed to this so much, but it did make me see that it's not each new problem. We have to take a look. Listen, in my office, when people come in to see me, I go on the drugs.com website. It's a fabulous website. You can go on there yourself. And I enter every medication that they're taking in an interaction checker. You guys, you would be shocked at how many times people are taking meds that interact poorly with each other and cause really horrendous symptoms to happen. And they think, oh, I am developing a new condition, but you're not. So go look at your meds that you're on, look at the side effects, and then find out. Now, I'm not saying just stop all your medications if you're on them, because sometimes that can even be dangerous to do. But what I am saying is that when you work with somebody, I don't care if it's me or someone else, when you work with somebody on improving your health, then you begin to not need some of those meds anymore. Take blood pressure, for example. I tell people, follow up regularly, take your blood pressure every day. As you see it beginning to lower because of what we're doing, have the conversation with your doctor. Hey, look, now my blood pressure is actually dropping low. Can we reduce the dose of this medication? And, and that is a good way to wean off. But be aware, some physicians don't want to do that. Some physicians say, oh, well, the natural, vitamins are taking your blood pressure too low, so you need to stop those. They don't even look at it as the drug could be reduced. So, you have to look for yourself, do your own research, but work to get healthier. And as you don't need the meds, find a doctor who will work with you and understand that maybe your desire is not to take a medication for the rest of your life, but to actually solve the root of the problem.